Thank you all for being here. This is the die-hard kirtan crew here, I guess. Hare Krishna. So please come closer. Everybody come closer. And Mother Dina, she was a close associate of Mother Jamuna, dear disciple of Srila Prabhupada. And we're going to see what happens today as they discuss kirtan, Mother Dina and Kartamasha. And we'll just see where it goes. It's more of a fluid schedule. We may ask a few devotees to share their realizations of the weekend. And just close on a nice note of kirtan. Hare Krishna.
Haribol, I'm honored to be here among you today. Something I wasn't expecting, but I feel so grateful, and I wanted to speak a little bit to that first. So I just honor Srila Prabhupada by prayer first, and then we can try to enter into the mood of kirtan and the kirtan weekend. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shanyavari Paschachadesha Tarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavrindam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Panchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. So to begin with, I'd like to just express a personal revelation or a personal feeling of gratitude that I had when I came to the kirtan and I saw how everyone was working so hard to set it up beautifully with the deities and the tents, and everyone was rushing around seeing that prasadam was there. This team of devotees working together harmoniously to try to create an atmosphere where others can dive deeply into the nectar of the holy name. And for me, that was the shining, glorious, immediate revelation that to see others engaged in trying to make the experience of Krishna consciousness, of kirtan, something wonderful for others, to me is the highest thing, the highest taste, the highest gratitude, the highest appreciation. And I want to thank all of you who participated in doing this, because it awards the real taste that we're all hoping to achieve, and that is to come to the point where the holy name becomes undistinguishable from our own identity forever and inwardly. So initially I would like to just express how moved I was by seeing that. So often it's taken for granted. All of a sudden a tent goes up and it's there, and so many things happen, and we just come in and sit and get all of the results, all of the glorious results of the service. And it can never be emphasized enough how important those services are, the humble service of those in the kitchen and those sweeping the floors and those creating such a beautiful and glorious environment so that all of us can partake of the real nectar of what is Krishna consciousness. It's something very wonderful and something that gives my heart great joy. So I just wanted to begin with a heartfelt thank you from all of them, and would like us all to participate by giving a big Hare bowl to the organizers and those who helped serve. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Hare! 1, 2, 3. Hare! 1, 2, 3. Hare! So now I'd like to tell you about a little Krishna magic miracle that took place. It was really a most amazing thing, because I didn't know that I was going to be asked to actually speak on the glories of kirtan and the kirtan weekend, and what the experience can actually do to the heart of the aspiring devotee. And so before we came here, we had arranged a small group of devotees to come to a Thanksgiving bhajan session, and we had decided that we were going to sing the Nam Kirtan, the 5 prayers of the Nam Kirtan of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Gita-vali. So we had a wonderful program. We sang the 5 prayers, and this morning, very early, I was trying to think what I was going to say this morning, and I said, where can I get a copy, because I didn't bring anything with me, where can I get a copy of the Sikshastika prayers from the Gita-vali, which are Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's exaltation of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Sikshastika prayers. So I was thinking along like that, because in the when you'll see the book Jamuna Devi, there is a page in there where the stained glass plates that she made from these prayers are included on one page. And what she did is she took 2 lines from the first prayer, the final exaltation lines from verse number 4 and verse number 8, and she made a stained glass plate out of them. So I thought this would be the most wonderful way to really show the glory of kirtan, how it's understood by a Maha Bhagavata, and what it really does to the heart. And he instructs us how to properly engage and how to absorb ourselves, and it's so wonderful. So I went to the internet at Devarshi in Nirmala's house where I'm staying, and I Googled Krishna Kirtan Jaya Bhakti Vilas. And when I Googled that, the page from the book came up with that word in those plates, just automatically appeared. And I was kind of stunned, because I didn't even know that Carr had put it on the web page. And then Shruti Rupa came over, and she looked at it and she said, I have that prayer here. I printed off 15 copies of that prayer, and I brought them with me. And I said, what? We never asked to print off the copies of the prayer, and for her to actually bring the 15 copies of the Sikshastika prayers. But somehow, miraculously, she had them. They were here. She brought them on the plane with her, and I realized that this was really the Krishna magic at hand, that they're so special. So I'm going to start by reading the first prayer with the exaltations of the holy name. As I said, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote Gita-vali. We're not sure exactly when all the prayers were written. It was first published in 1893. And of all of his songbooks, Gita-vali is one that is almost completely full of the glories of the holy name. Just again and again, and many of the songs that he's written, you can just feel how much ecstasy he's feeling as he's writing these prayers. It's really something extraordinary and something wonderful. And in our little group in Sharanagati, which grew quite large actually, we sang Gita-vali from beginning to end several times, and so we actually had the opportunity to merge ourselves into the glories of his presentation of how to really experience kirtan and how to really experience the actual change of heart that happens when you dive into the nectar of the holy name. So this first prayer is his summation of the entire Sikshastaka, and it reads, Lord Gauranga, whose complexion is golden and who is the deliverer of the fallen souls of Kali Yuga, sings as follows, overwhelmed with spiritual ecstasy. All glories to the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. It thoroughly cleanses the mirror of the heart. This chanting delights the soul. All glories to the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. It extinguishes the horrible forest fire of material existence. This chanting removes all material tribulations. All glories to the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. It appears like the moon in the heart and distributes its cooling moonlight, thus causing the white lotus of good fortune to bloom. This chanting is the pastime of devotion. All glories to the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. It is compared to a young bride, chaste and devoted to transcendental knowledge itself. This chanting is the perfection of life. All glories to the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. It is glorious as it causes the ocean of ecstatic bliss to swell and overflow. This chanting is an inundation of love of Godhead. All glories to the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. It gives one a taste of fully satisfying nectar at every step. This chanting is the bestower of ecstatic love of God. All glories to the chanting of the holy name of Krishna. It bathes the soul of Bhakti Vinod. This chanting is the storehouse of love of God. And that's just the first prayer. So he goes on, and each successive prayer deals with one particular verse of the Sikshastaka, and each one of them exhorts us to dive deeply into the ocean of the possibilities of the holy name, because whenever we chant together, whenever we meet together to chant the holy name, there is a potency that is created, and the more we understand and imbibe that potency by understanding it, the more it becomes something very integrated within our soul. And that's why these kirtan experiences together are so important, because they actually pull us in, and together we from each other feel that encouragement and that nourishment and that Krishna conscious feeling of the potent kirtan that is such a gift of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So the next prayer, prayer 2, when Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was getting ready to pass away, he asked his disciples to sing 2 prayers. One of them was Sri Rupa Manjari Pada, which was very dear to him. And the other one was this second prayer from the Sikshastaka, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, the Tuhundoya Sagara Taraite Prani prayer. And it was his expression of, just as the Sikshastaka says, that you've given everything in your holy name. You've put all your energy in the holy name. Everything is there in the holy name. But I'm so unfortunate that this life has left. I'm now finished with this life, and I didn't get a taste of it. So that's his humility. That's his intense humility. And that was considered his favorite prayer. So that, as part of the Sikshastaka, is so wonderfully said. And we're so fortunate that in his humility, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur left these prayers to help us understand, to teach us how to pray. They're so special. And then in the fourth prayer, I think many of you have heard Hare Prabhu's beautiful rendition of this fourth prayer, Prabhupada Tavapada Yuge. And although it took a little nudging, Kartamasha Das is going to chant that prayer for us this morning. And Shruti, will you read the translation of that prayer?
O Lord, this is my humble submission at your lotus feet. I do not ask from you sensual pleasure, learning, wealth, or followers. I do not beg for residence on the celestial planets, nor do I wish liberation from this mundane existence, nor do I pray for the attainment of any mystic powers. Whatever birth I may obtain due to the faults of my previous worldly activities, I pray that I may sing the glories of your holy name, birth after birth. This is my only desire, O Lord, and I submit it at your lotus feet, that unmotivated devotion to you may constantly awaken in my heart. As much attachment as I now have for worldly affairs, I pray that a similar degree of attachment may develop for your holy feet. I pray that my love for you may remain undisturbed, both in misfortune and in prosperity, and that day after day it may increase by the power and influence of your holy name. Be my life in heaven or in hell, be it as a bird or a beast, may devotion to you always remain within the heart of Bhaktivinoda.
asha mama tomar charane mancha asha mama tomar charane ahoy tuki bhakti de ahoy tuki bhakti de jage anu shane jage Prabhu tava pada yuge mora nivedan Prabhu tava pada yuge mora nivedan Vishaya jai priti ebe achaye amar Vishaya jai priti ebe achaye amar semata priti hao semata priti hao charane tomar charane tomar vipade sampade taha takuk samabhave vipade sampade taha takuk samabhave dine dine vriddhi hao dine dine vriddhi hao na mera prabhave na mera prabhave pashu pakshi hoye taki swarge vani roye pashu pakshi hoye taki swarge vani roye tava bhakti rahu bhakti tava bhakti rahu bhakti tava bhakti rahu bhakti tava bhakti rahu bhakti vinodari doye vinodari doye vinodari doye vinodari doye Prabhu tava pada yuge mora Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hari Bol, 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 Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Gaur Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Gaur Premanandi, Hari Hari Bo. Did you want other people to speak about experience?
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swami Iti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Vachane Nirvashesha Shunyavadi Paskatare Satare. I'd like to reiterate Dinatarani Devi's words about the appreciation for the organization, especially by the younger generation. So enlivening to see them stepping into our, our positions that we most often incompetently fill. And of course, these concentrated days of chanting are always enlivening. I'm just remembering, in fact, someone brought this up the other day of hearing Krishna Katha, and this is also Krishna Katha, Prabhupada says, is the kirtan. There were about 25 lectures shot in black and white video, both in New York and Los Angeles, of Srila Prabhupada's lectures. So we finally got those tapes, and I rented them. I transferred them all in one weekend just to save money, the rental of the machine. And I heard 25 lectures in one weekend. And that was an experience not to be missed. So these weekends are similar. They're very concentrated, wonderful hearing opportunities. And personally, I had a realization that I could sing very high. I never did that. And that was the pushing of Madhava Prabhu, who was the drummer. And I was about to end the kirtan after about 40 minutes, sing another tune, but he looked at me. He knew I gave him a signal, and we had these signals between us. All those who were singing kirtan and the persons playing the instruments. And as I signaled him to stop, he looked at me, and then he looked at Ayendra Prabhu, his picture. I knew what he meant. You don't stop, you keep going. And you push every ounce of your energy and abilities into that kirtan. So, small realization. Anyway, thank you very, very much, all of you, for participating and being here. Hare Krishna.
Well, actually for me the highlight of this whole event was seeing so many families, children with children and their fathers and their fathers' fathers, and seeing everybody in the center chanting Hare Krishna with such enthusiasm and such determination. And last night it was like an epiphany for me in some sense to see this network of generations of Prabhupada's relatives, all engaged in kirtan and in everything, in the kitchen and serving and all over the place. And I was looking around and I was tracing the lineages, and it was very reassuring to me. I felt very protected by it and very great gratitude. And I really was in awe and appreciation of the unity and the effort to see all the generations working together, and so excited and so determined to chant Hare Krishna. So I thank you very much for that. Hare Krishna.
I was really appreciating how just in this moment I was appreciating how the activities of the devotees were drawing such an emotional response from Mother Lakshmi. That was amazing. You know, it's like so often we speak and it's just kind of like sound in the air and it just kind of goes everywhere. But the activities that are performed in devotional service, they evoke such amazing emotions. It's fascinating, and you know, we speak of generations, and actually I've been in this community for actually a generation, almost 20 years, and so I'm seeing actually, I've watched one generation grow up, and now I'm seeing another one, just kind of the seeds of it, and it's just like, I'm stunned by it, you know. It's like we do things, and to actually stay around long enough to see the results is it's amazing, you know. And of course, my daughter, who is actually living in Vrindavan right now, she had the opportunity to spend some time with Yamuna Devi and Dinatarni up in Sharanagati. She was probably around 12 or 13, something around that age. She spent like 2 weeks. And whenever I think of that time, you know, it seems like that may have been the start to actually do what she's doing now. And so similarly, this whole festival here, it's planting seeds for so many of the devotees here, and just seeing I mean, we're bombarded every day by so much in this world, you know. It's just like, and we always hear about the golden age of Lord Chaitanya, you know, and like it started, or the golden age within the Kali Yuga. And some people think, well, how, you know, there's so many bad things going on around the world. But right here, we're living in a this is like, I mean, just seeing the faces of the devotees is just like, it like fills the heart, you know. And so it's wonderful to have that opportunity to just to be like a sponge here. And I just want to thank everybody that I could even be here, you know. I don't know how I could even be here. Hare Krishna.
Realizations. We'll continue with more realizations in a moment. We'll just sing Hare Krishna for some more time.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
share one more before I have to leave, and that's a continuation of something that I brought up at the beginning, and it's from the same Sikshastika prayers, the last prayer from the Sikshastika of Gitavali. And in that prayer, Bhaktivinoda Thakur shares with us what it is that we are hankering for, and what it is that we can expect to get from chanting if we deeply immerse ourselves in the chanting itself. And I'm sorry, it's prayer 6. So he says, O Lord Hare, as a result of my offenses incurred in previous lifetimes, my heart has become hard as a thunderbolt and feels no change inside upon chanting your holy name. But now in utter hopelessness, O Lord Hare, I loudly sing your name, and in great distress I call out to you again and again. O Lord, who is compassionate towards the fallen souls, O origin of all mercy, please give to me a drop of divine ecstasy and thereby save my life. When will an incessant stream of tears flow, dripping and dripping from my eyes at the articulation of your holy name? When will a faltering voice, choked with emotion, arise in my throat? And when will words garbled due to ecstasy come from my mouth? When will my body be filled with ecstatic rapture, and when will there be perspiration, trembling, and a stunned sensation again and again? When out of divine ecstasy will all consciousness be lost in my pale and discolored body? And when will I hold on to my very life under the shelter of your holy name? This weeping Bhakti Vinod, who's devoid of all good intelligence, sobs, O Lord, how will such a day ever be mine? So this is what Lord Chaitanya is sharing with us in the Sikshastika, that first of all, what we have to do to get there, then what we will feel when we do get there. And so all of this gathering together and chanting together in such a wonderful way, we have to keep in our hearts that actually this is what we're hoping to achieve. This is the ultimate goal. And that by chanting as purely as we can, and that means not that we're pure devotees, but our motivation in chanting, the way in which we are articulating the holy name, the intention is pure. And therefore, such a result will be there that, as Lord Chaitanya says, the dust from the mirror of the heart will become cleansed. And then, as Bhaktivinoda Thakur says here, we will start experiencing actual physical, mental, emotional changes when we chant that will be extremely wonderful and extremely pleasurable and moving. And that when we reach that stage, the chanting becomes inextricably who we are and who we will remain. So I just wanted to share that in summation after introducing the previous prayers. And again, thank you so much for doing this. It is such a powerful move forward on the path of bhakti to gather together like this and chant and share this great wealth that we have. And I feel honored to be just sitting part of it. So thank you all so much.
Thank you, Mother Dina. Let's get 3 Haribols for Mother Dina. You'll be speaking tonight, at the Sunday feast. So during the Bhagavatam class, she'll be speaking about the new book that just came out, glorifying Mother Jamuna and her life as a pure devotee of Krishna. So please come to the Sunday feast lecture tonight. Hare Krishna. We have slides from the book. Okay. Now we have our very own mother of this community. Mother Sukha.
Gore asked me to say a few words, so I was just thinking when I moved to this community in 1989 on the recommendation of Mother Lakshmani and Mother Kuti to bring my son here. I just done Sankirtan pretty much my whole devotee career. But when I came here, I was staying with Brahmatirtha and Bhakti became ill. She was teaching at the Gurukula, so she asked me to teach because I had been a teacher previously before I became a devotee. So I started teaching, and it was just so ecstatic to be teaching devotee children that that's what I've been doing for the last 25 years. And it's such a privilege to be part of this community and to now look around and see my students and be teaching my students' children. You know, it's just an amazing experience and to remember that Srila Prabhupada said it would be our children's children that would be the pure devotees, and you can really see it. You can just see the natural taste they have for chanting. You know, in the Gurukula now they teach the students are learning Sanskrit. You know, so many instruments and bhajans, and they learn Bhagavatam. By the time they graduate from the Gurukula, they would have gone through the whole Bhagavatam series. So I'm just so grateful to be a very small part of it, and to be learning so much while I'm teaching. Thank you.
Please let's listen to Mother Shamalangi. She speaks Spanish, and Mother Mahatma will translate for her.
No soy muy buena para hablar. Siempre pensaba que quería decir algo.
I'm not very good at talking, so I'm always thinking about saying something.
Quiero felicitar a los discípulos de Srila Prabhupada
I want to congratulate Srila Prabhupada disciples
porque hicieron su tarea perfecta.
because the homework they do is perfect.
Se nota con este trabajo impecable
It is noticeable with this impeccable work
que hicieron los muchachos.
that they did, that the kids did.
Gracias.
So this is like a manifestation from Srila Prabhupada disciples that the kids are very well trained. That's what she said.
Gracias a los organizadores del Hare.
Thank you to the organizers of the Holy Name Festival.
Fue perfecto.
It was perfect. Can you translate to Spanish? I'm not going to say much because my gratitude is really so grand that I couldn't express it. But I want to say one thing that happened last night. I want to say this little story that someone told me on the Prasadam line. I was talking to these very young girls. They have their own children already in their arms. And one of them told me this story. She said that when she was a child, she moved closer to the community, but she had no idea about devotee life, or her mother didn't come to the temple, nothing. She was a completely stranger to this philosophy. But when she came out of that apartment where they moved in, she saw a little girl with a bindi, which she didn't know what a bindi was, but she thought, how nice, it's very attractive. So she was only 4 or 5 years old, and she ran to the girl, and she said, "Oh, that is so pretty. What is it?" And the girl, who was the daughter of a devotee, said to her, "Oh, this is a bindi, and I have it because I'm a princess. And if you get one, you can also be a princess." She took the bindi from her forehead and gave it to this girl. She ran into the house, and I'm talking to you, and I get chills in my skin because she's a devotee now. She has her kids now in Gurukul, and this happened 20 years ago, you know. So she ran into the apartment and told her mother, "Look, Mom, I'm a princess now." And the mother said, yeah, whatever. So they move again, and they move out of the community association, which they really didn't have any association. That was it. So she moved to Gainesville again, I guess. I don't know. I don't know the rest of the story, but the story that struck me in the heart is that now she's here, and she's sending her kids to Gurukul, and she's herself chanting Hare Krishna. And association we get when we're around devotees, we all become princesses and princes.
I'm not very good at speaking publicly. I'm going to try. The first day of the festival, I saw one devotee. She don't want me to say her name. Was really crying. So I thought something. So I went up to her and said, "What's wrong? Why are you crying?" She goes, "Every year, there's one kirtan that moves me to tears." So I was like, wow, I'm going to try to. It was during Agnidev Prabhu singing the first night. So the next day I was like, or even that day I was like, I have to feel this. I'm going to go try to feel it. What's happening, you know? And the next morning when Agnidev Prabhu sang, it was just like, wow. I started tearing up, and I went to her and I was like, wow, I felt. You know, it wasn't for long. It was just a few minutes, but they were tears. I just want to share that realization, even though she's a younger devotee. I felt like that was an instruction that, you know, I took to heart. She didn't instruct me, but I saw what she, you know, her realization. I took it to heart, and it really helped. I just went a little deeper, and it helped. So I just want to say thank you. You know who you are. The other thing that this year, every year, you know, you try to go a little deeper, but this year, one thing that really got to me was that I don't know how long each one of us is here, and I wanted to just put everything I have into the kirtan, into the service, and because last year we had Mother Indrani here. We're all dancing with her, you know, just this year she is in the spiritual world, so I have her jacket. And a lot of organizers, I know them from 6 years, when they were 6 years old. I used to shave some of their heads, believe it or not, when they were in Gurukula. You know who you are. But I just want to say thank you. I know I didn't have much to do with your upbringing, but I'm very proud of all of you. Thank you very much.
We only have about half an hour left, and we want to Chandra up, who's no longer living in Alachua, New York, doing service, hardcore service there at the Bhakti Center. And because he's one of our crew, we're going to have him sing, and we're going to join in the kirtan. Please, everybody come closer. We're going to have a final kirtan, and while kirtan's going on, some of the organizers will start taking down. You're welcome to join in that as well.
Hare Krishna Hare Hare